What up, you guys? I have another video for you. Hopefully this is something that is helpful for you moving forward with trying to decide whether or not to reach out to Goji Man for help with your eczema, psoriasis, dermatitis, etc. Some of the things that I have positive experiences and negative experiences with the whole process, so that you can make an informed decision of whether to or not to buy these tests, get the consultation, and do the treatment plan. One positive thing that I really liked about the whole treatment plan is that it's basically it's based off of the results from your tests. So I did an organic acids test and a stool test. It's basically a urine and a poops test. And what that means is the results that you get back and you're basing the treatment plan on are specifically catered to your issue. So it gave me a sense of relief to know that my treatment plan was targeting my specific problem, and it wasn't just a general treatment plan like I had with just blindly eating a whole foods plant-based diet or following, say, Rob Stewart's recommendations for doing all sorts of cleanses and juice fasts and mono meals and super low-fat diets. This one is going to target the underlying issue, if you so have one, and help you start resolving your issues in maybe a more educated manner. The second thing that was a huge benefit is that I think it's a very noticeable progress. I think when I was just doing it blindly the first time around, it was kind of a guesswork. I was just hoping for the best based on the fact that whole foods plant-based doctors have healed people with a lot worse chronic diseases, things like heart disease, cancer, diabetes. And so taking that idea and applying it to my eczema and my skin condition, I sort of just thought that if I eat like the people who are healing heart disease and cancer, hopefully it can help me heal skin disease. Now, with this plan, it's not as a general as like just a standard whole foods plant-based diet. It's actually targeting the issue that you might have, say like you have candida, or you have bacterial markers, you have oxalate or histamine sensitivities, whatever your thing is that Goji Man will indicate is sort of driving maybe your skin issues, will help you refine what foods to eat and what foods not to eat. And because of that, you're avoiding the foods that might cause you some issues, so you can speed up recovery a little bit better. So those are two positives from it. You know, relief that this program is catered specifically to your issue, and number two, that you can avoid certain foods right off the bat and sort of speed up your healing process. Two negatives, and the first one is it's extremely restrictive in the beginning. It's something that you just have to bite the bullet on. The first 2 weeks I was eating brown rice, red potatoes, sauerkraut, carrots, scallions, and apple cider vinegar. And those first 2 weeks were really tough. It was just getting used to the fact that we have to get rid of oxalates, just eat green light foods, things that aren't going to cause any issues whatsoever, because we got to rebuild the gut before we rebuild the skin. And so it was just being very disciplined and having to eat that way for a short period of time. After those first 2 weeks, I spent another 4 or 5 weeks eating slightly more foods, but still restrictive. I included things like lentils, avocados, all kinds of potatoes, lettuces, and some other like green light vegetables that were not high in oxalates or histamines or salicylates and stuff like that. But so 2 weeks, super restrictive. 6 weeks, like the next 4 weeks, less restrictive, more diverse. And then after those 6 weeks, I incorporated things that I wasn't even eating last year, like citrus, coconut, all fruits, berries. And so that was a relief, getting to reincorporate foods, but it's kind of tough in the beginning, that restrictive diet. It's kind of necessary to sort of sort out your gut issues in order to move forward. The second downside is that this is a non-linear healing process. I mean, you've heard me talk about this in other videos, that, you know, to heal the skin is kind of the last, you know, destination in the whole healing journey. And what it looks like is, like, in the beginning things get a little bit better because you get rid of those foods, but then they get worse, and it's a little bit better, but worse, and then it hits like a curve, and then things start to heal. Things start to get better. So, from what I understand, Goji Man is explaining to me, is that basically you're going to have to sort out problems in the gut before you can start sorting out problems with the skin. So as you're eating these foods, as you're, sort of eating yourself out of this sickness and supplementing and addressing these underlying issues, you're basically fixing your gut, which is closely tied to your immune system, which is closely tied to your skin health. So it's going to look like the first couple of months, potentially, are just going to be shit. It's going to be bad. Things are going to spread. Things are going to get a little bit itchier, a little bit redder, coarser, and don't freak out. That's just kind of part of it, that it kind of just sucks in the beginning. But, you didn't get this disease overnight. You didn't get these issues overnight, so it's not going to be an overnight healing process. Just so you guys have a quick look, see how things have progressed on this healing journey, I'll show you guys how the eczema is doing. It's not 100% perfect. On camera from far away it looks like it is. However, it is something that is still a work in progress. I still suspect another 2 to 3 months of recovery, and I'm really happy with the results so far. I'm consistently wearing short sleeves, now shorts. I don't feel restricted by my appearance because of the eczema. I feel like it's healing consistently and reliably over time, so I'm very happy and very confident with where things are going. Let's check it out. So off the bat, had crazy amounts of eczema on my hands, and right now we're looking at almost complete recovery. I'm starting to notice here in the palms of my hands the skin is really healing. Here on my arms you can kind of see that the dryness and the patchiness is going away. This other arm, a little bit less so, but certainly a smaller patch than my entire arm before. Again, it's gotten a whole lot better, and same on my legs. This was entirely covered in like this big red patch of eczema, but not so much anymore, Yeah? Cool. And same for my face. You can kind of see it. My neck entirely. Parts of my shoulder as well. Completely, going back to the way it used to be. So, 10 out of 10 experience. I think that what you can expect from your own experience, potentially something similar, but it also may be different, so keep that in mind. But I hope this helps, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.